So here's a question. You've already been divorced and you have what's called a property settlement agreement, but you want to change that document. So how do you go about doing that? It's an order of the court and you want to change it. So do you have the right to just simply get up one day and say, I don't feel like doing this anymore? No, not at all. The legal term is called change in circumstances. Something has to have happened different than when you entered into that particular agreement, or whether it was ordered by a judge. Let's say you went to a trial. So let's look at this example. You lose your job. You get hurt on the job, and you don't have the ability to continue in your particular area of work anymore. That's a change of circumstance, because you said you were going to be paying spousal support of X dollars. That's based on you working and earning X dollars. Now you can't work anymore and earn X dollars. Therefore, you can't pay the proper support amount which you are ordered to do. You've got to go back to court. You've got to make sure that the judge understands that there has been a change of circumstances, that which you are unable to sustain the support that you said you were going to pay. That's an example for support. Let's talk about custody, parenting. So your child is now 12 years old and you were divorced when your child was 5 years old. And it turns out that you are a professional golfer and your child is involved in junior golf and wants to sustain a career as a professional golfer. And now you find that you're spending a lot more overnights with your child than you initially had when you were divorced. Change of circumstance. And the issue of child support, this may come into play. So your document says you only see the child once a week, and now all of a sudden you're seeing the child 4 times a week. That's a material change in circumstances, which may allow for the review of child support. Let's say there's anything else that's happened in your life after you were divorced. Something different has to happen. Something has to be outside of what you initially contracted or agreed to when you had your judgment of divorce. It could be a lot of different issues, but the term is called change of circumstances, change in circumstances, something that was different than when you put through the judgment of divorce. And you can then go all back to the judge and ask that the original document be amended and changed also.